yes.
Hi everyone.
Hi.
I've gone through some of our videos and it seems that it's only the first video where we introduced ourselves, so we were very rude. I do apologize. I'm Eleanor and this is my mom Gertie. We stay together on one property, that's why we're spending nice time together in lockdown. So yeah, and we're from the Roy suitcase, so sorry if I haven't introduced ourselves again. I'll do this now from every video happening. Hi Nicolene, thanks for joining us. So we said we're going outside today. Hi Zelda. We tried that, but with the light and stuff it just doesn't work, so we're on the stoop with what we are doing today. We want to show you, we're painting an old table, that's a stoop table. And hi Anita, I'm just going to ask our cameraman just to show you the condition the table is in. You might need to tilt it a bit. No, the whole, yeah, come closer. There we go. So it's not a good table anymore. Hi Dawn. So we decided to give it a new coat. The table does go like this in the middle. It is an old table. Hi Greta. Greta's a skoonma se naam is ook Gertie. If I sometimes miss a comment, you must understand it scrolls quite quickly here with us, so sometimes I miss a comment while we're painting. I go over it afterwards and then I'll comment on it if there was a question or anything like that. So we're on the stoop today and we are painting this table, and the first thing I must tell you, which is so crucial when you're painting furniture, is you must remember to clean your furniture before you start painting. We've just cleaned this table. Just normal kitchen cleaner would be fine, soap and water. This was the color of the sponge before. This was the color of the sponge after. So all that dirt and grime goes in between your table and your paint. So the most important thing you can do for your wooden item is just to clean it properly before you actually start painting it. That's very important. You don't know where you get the furniture from. You don't know which condition the furniture is. So just soap and water, clean your furniture properly, let it dry before you start painting. So we're going to be painting. Let me show you our colors. This is Mom's table, so she's chosen this colors. The feet are going to be
The bottom part.
Yeah, it's Petite Rouge. This is a blue, Bonaparte. Sorry, I'm trying to read Nicolene's. Nicoline, I'll go over afterwards because I'm not reading the whole story now. And the top part is going to be the minty macaroon from Petite Rouge. So the bottom part is blue, 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 and the top part is minty macaroon. Okay, so what we're going to do, we've cleaned the top already.
Sy soek daai rokkie, daai stencil met die rokkietjie.
Oor die rooi skoene.
Ja.
Class aanbied.
Oh yeah, I did a class like that in Ottosdal many years ago, Northwest, yeah. So we're going to flip the table so that we can start with the feet first. Alright, so.
En is hy nou weggesoef flip as om
Nee, dan draai ons op net stadig. So I'm hoping you guys can see. So we've got it the other way around, and we're just going to clean the feet off.
Is jou kamera gerig op die voete?
Yeah, juist daar. So just again, I've used kitchen cleaner on my sponge, hi Nunu, and I'm just going around cleaning my feet so that there's no dirt and grime in between my paint.
We're not going to do the inside, are we?
No, we're gonna not do
Excuse
the
me for
inside.
being in front of the camera. Well, space is a bit limited.
So we're on the stoop today and we're painting a table or cleaning it first. Remember, use your sponge and your kitchen cleaner to clean your item properly. Alles there. So we clean our item. And is it cleaned? Yeah.
Yes.
Alright. And is it dry now? Just clean it. And just dry it off so that it's
I've
not
dried it.
wet. Have you dried this one?
Yes.
Okay, then I need to do this. Alright, and then the feet we are going to be using Petite Rouge Bonaparte. It's like a royal blue. It's lighter than the Midnight in Paris. So Ma, you just need to let me now know. Do you want the whole leg?
Yes.
And then this part we're going to keep.
Now we're
Agree.
doing the whole thing over there, and yeah, the whole thing.
Okay, and just the top you want
The
green.
top, yes.
Alright, cool.
The top.
Mom's very particular about how she wants it painted. Are you dead? So you don't want this piece green, you want it blue as well?
Yes, because we're going to do that stencil with that colouring in between.
Okay.
Explain to them what we're doing there.
No, we'll show you. So Mom's winning herself the leader today. We've just flipped the table over. It makes more sense painting from the bottom upwards. So when we turn it over again, we can just easily paint the top. Now don't go over your lines, eh?
What lines?
Alright, so we're just painting. Remember to clean your item, that's very important. Otherwise you'll have all that dirt and grime sitting between your paint and your wooden item. And then it gives it just space to chip off. This is Bonaparte from Petite Rouge. It's a blue. And we're painting on the stoop because outside the camera and the light just didn't want to work
It's
together.
an outside table,
But this is an outside table and we will seal it properly afterwards.
and it's going to look so pretty.
And it's going to look separately. So just make sure that you get your first coat on. You must just not wiggle it too much on your side, Mom. We're painting your floor for you as well. Maybe that would be a nice one. Hi Judy, hi Magda, hi Lorraine. We're painting table, the patio table today. We're using Petite Rouge Bonaparte. It's a blue, very blue. You're going to be sick of this color.
No. What we're going to do with it, that's going to
This
be...
is so strange for my mom. Because she's a beige and brown girl.
I'm a white lady.
And this is a total out of the comfort zone color for her. Where this is a normal color for me. Feels strange painting your stuff this color.
Because it's... you must actually on Facebook put that table that we saw that we want to do it in.
Yes, we've got someone that did a beautiful set of drawers. That's an inspiration. We will get permissions to share that image with you. That's the inspiration for this table. Yeah, Zelda, it is a beautiful color.
Thank you, Zelda.
It's not a beautiful color for Mom, but it's a beautiful
It's a
color for me.
beautiful color.
So what we are planning is the feet to paint it the blue, and the top is the minty macaroon. Hi Rosie. So remember just to wipe your furniture down to clean it properly before you start painting, that you don't get any grit and grime between your paint and your wooden item. We've just used normal kitchen cleaner. Mom,
Yes.
why are you painting that portion?
Because I said I wanted it.
No, it's going to be difficult to blend it together. So I think do not paint this area. Just go up until the
So
edge.
what are you going to do?
We're going to use the green there.
Oh, okay.
so that the whole top can be one color. We are skimming a bit on the inside. Someone's saying something. Let's see. Hi, Johnny. Yes, yeah, my mom's like the beiges in that. So this is a strange color for her. But yeah, it's a patio table. And
It's going to look beautiful when it's done.
and it's going to be
You
gorgeous.
just actually share that
I will share that
pic
picture.
with that with him.
I just need to get permissions first. So we're just putting on the first coat. We have cleaned the item with normal kitchen cleaner and a sponge. So you do need to clean your item no matter where you get it from, because you never know what is on the item. If you've got a situation where you think there might be a problematic bleed through, now bleed through is when you get those yellow brown marks coming through your item. Then what you do is you paint a layer, you seal it, and you paint another layer, and your bleed through is blocked.
Is that what we will do here?
Yes, because this is an item that we're not sure about. It looks like it will have a lot of bleed through. So we're painting one layer, and then we'll be sealing it. Just make sure that you've got all the angles covered. And just get your one layer on. So, painting in blue. This is a strange color. I would never have thought that I would paint anything of yours this
so
color.
envious when they see the end result.
Yeah, we should be working on this for the remainder of the week, because there's a lot of detail that's gonna still happen here.
It's going to be stenciled and it's going to be pretty.
And clay.
And clay.
Yeah, so
We'll have to import Odette to help us with that.
So how's your lockdown been this week so far? It's only been a day. What have you been doing? I see a lot of people have been sharing photos. Thank you so much for that. Hi, Ria. Yeah, this is a nice color. It's a very bohemian blue. So as you can imagine, this week's challenge is anything to do with your patio or your stoop or outside. If you've got some
Pots.
planter pots that you want to paint, how the challenges work is you need to pick something out of your patio or outside yard. You need to paint it, you need to put a picture on the page and share with the rest of us. We're only sharing for creative inspiration, so it's to share with everybody on lockdown. And you've got until Friday 5 o'clock to submit your... We're just giving it one cut so far.
You missed that leg there at the bottom. I don't know if you know it.
This one.
Yes.
Yes, I'm still going back to it. But you're missing a lot of spots, eh? Jy moet lekker wees, mamma. So we're starting at the bottom first. It just makes more sense to do the bottom first and then turn it over and do the top. It is going to get 2 layers. We are not sure if this item will be bleeding. Odette, you mowed the lawn. Goodness gracious, you're a strong woman. So we are a bit wary about bleed through on this. Bleed through is where you get that yellow or brown marks on your item. So what we are going to do is we're going to paint it one layer, we're going to seal it, and then we're going to paint the second layer. That way we're stopping the bleed through.
Sal jy daai kant verf met die kamera?
With my powder. Seems I'm getting the job to paint here at the camera.
You must paint that inside as well.
Yes, Ma, I'm getting there. We're very impatient.
Who was the lady that said we never argue? Today is the day.
We have kept all our videos on the page. We are going to move them soon. So, hi Catherine, hi Marie.
What the Marie is that?
Oh, Marie's wonderful. Yes, laat nie. We've just started. We're painting a table. A patio table for this week's challenge. This week's challenge is patio or outside.
It's going to need a second coat.
We have washed it down with kitchen cleaner and a scrubbing sponge. It's important that you clean your furniture before you start painting, even if you think it is clean. You're just going to get so much longer life out of your item.
Did I miss any spots?
Yes, on the inside. So we're just giving it a quick coat and then we'll turn it around for the other color. This is a patio table. We're giving it one coat and then sealing it and putting on a second coat just to stop any bleeding.
But we're not sealing today, are we?
No, we'll have it stand over for 8 hours so that it cures properly, because it is chalk paint, nice blue.
But I think if when we turn it upside down, we will see spots that we've missed.
Yeah, but preferably I don't want to be on the floor painting spots we've missed. Alright, so if we are happy that we've done the first coat, I think we need to get out the second color and then just do the edging. I've got separate brushes. Give me that one.
Just put the lid on.
Okay, so this is our second color. It is Minty Macaroon from Petite Rouge. We're going to be doing, hello Letitia. We're going to be doing the top with that.
What about this piece that I started painting?
I'll
now?
paint over there.
But it's not completely dry.
But once we get to it, it will be dry. So I'm just
So
doing
what are we
the
doing?
edges now with the Minty Macaroon. I'll come and take it flush to the side, Mom. I've got a nice brush for that. I'm using the texture blender from Montemart for my filling in my sides. It's actually quite a nice brush for blending and for texture making. I'm just getting one coat of the Minty Macaroon on.
It's a nice color combination, eh?
Yes, I think so too. This would look lovely in my house.
Dream on, baby.
That's not a nice thing to say.
That's what you normally say to me.
No, I have never said dream on, baby. I just start off by saying this is mine. We're doing the Minty Macaroon is we're just doing the edge of the table on the down portion. I'm going to try and take you in so that you can see what we've done. I don't want to drop it now. Hoping you guys can see. Hi Sarita. So I'm taking the Minty Macaroon and I'm just covering the edge here. I'm a firm believer in painting it as it is. If you've got an eye, broken foot or something and you can fix it by all means. But if it's something that needs to be turned and needs to be reworked, I normally just paint it as it is because it gives the character of the item. So we are doing a patio table. So this week's challenge is patio or garden furniture or pots. So if you want to join in on the challenges, just take pictures of what you've redone and post it on the page. And submit your pictures by Friday, 5 o'clock, just so that everybody can share in the creativity. Yo, this brush looks nice, Mom. Gives you a nice light. We are going to be going in with a second coat. We just want to get the first coat on and dry. And I'll show you the top now. Now, it is not in the best of states. So,
But it's an outside table, that's the thing.
we're going to be painting it like it is. I'm blending it.
Pretty.
You liking it? I thought you would. I thought you would like this color only. I never thought you would choose.
She was
the
very unsure about my color, so she brought the white paint as well. Only to disappoint
Just
her.
in case. Just in case. Alright, so I think we've done all the edges.
But
Someone
now
saying
it's wet,
something.
eh?
Hi, Denica. Dis reg, we will keep the videos on, but we are going to put them somewhere else as well, but I'll give you some details on that. I want to take you in just to show you what we've done on the edge. I'm hoping you guys can see. So that's what we've done on the edge. We're now going to flip the table and then just start painting the top. Alright, now we need to do this very
Do
coordinated
you want
because
Dad
it's
to come
dry.
and help?
It's dry underneath, but some of the feet are not. No, I'm just going to move it like so. Just take it there. I need to flip it now. Okay. It's not very heavy, it is a bit awkward. We've got these drums that
You
we
see
stand.
here we missed spots.
Alright, so now we're going to have to just pick it up and turn. There we go. Alright, so just to recap, these drums are going to fall off. This is the tabletop. You can see it's actually not in very good condition, so we're going to paint it like it is.
We just need to move it a bit.
To the camera.
Yeah. Oh, because
I'll
these
start
spots.
somewhere.
Yeah, I have two, but we'll.
And because we're doing 2 layers and we're going to be doing a lot of detail, it really doesn't make a difference how you paint this. So just get your first coat on. Remember, we are going to be sealing once we've done 1 coat, just to stop bleed through, because we are suspecting there would be some bleed through with this table. So just get 1 coat on.
You don't know what the people did with they.
Yeah, you don't know what someone did with their furniture. And bleed through is when you get these yellow-brown marks coming through your paint, and it normally comes through once you seal your item. So if you are suspecting an item that will have bleed through, we do 1 coat of Petite Rouge. We let it dry and cure for 8 hours. And then we do 1 coat of lacquer, the sealant, and we let it dry properly, and then we do a 2nd coat of the color and do our stenciling, and then finally just seal it afterwards. That way you'll be sure that you won't have any bleed through. So I'm just getting a basic coat on. Doesn't really matter how you paint it. While you're painting so swatch, you need to make some twirly whirlies here.
Everybody that saw it from the beginning, it's starting to look nice already. What's it, Willy Woolies?
Just crisscross like this.
Okay.
Just remember, as I said in the beginning, it is very important that you clean your item before you start painting with proper kitchen cleaner and a sponge. Look for
He was very skeptic about his
the whole
style being
community
painted.
watching us yesterday.
There you did.
Yes, it's just a basic code. Alright, so that's... How long did that take us? Very long.
Half an hour. Can we please have a...
Odette, you won't go bonkers.
We need a little bucket, one of these plastic buckets on this thing with some water that we can just dip our brushes in.
Well, we're not going to be painting on this table anymore today.
No.
Because now it needs to dry. So what we will probably do to actually speed up the process is either put some fans on it or put it outside in the sun just to have it dry quicker. So now,
Is this thing firm to hold that?
yes, it's firm. I want to move this just a bit forward and we'll be crafting on some drums today. Just like that. Alright, so some other stuff we brought along to do.
Oh, I was just going to say you put it on top.
No, I won't put it on top. We painted the table with
You missed a few spots here. Wait. You
we
must
painted
paint properly.
the table on top
Remember you wanted to have this.
with minty macaroon. Hi Corny. And we painted the feet with Petite Rouge Bonaparte. It's this nice blue. So that's, and now we need to let it stand. So it's wet. We are now going to be painting.
Is this going to be enough space for that stuff that we want to do on it?
Yes, I think so. Did I see here and there?
Yeah.
So we do
The
need to have this
second
dry
cut.
properly. Oops, and I broke something.
Did it fall over?
I think so. There's a heart for you. I bought these hearts some time ago at a road stall or something. It's pure wood. So they do need to get a new coat of paint and some aging and stuff like that. So what I wanted to do with them is paint the background, the parchment. What did I break? Oh no, it's just
That's
that.
it. Must I put the brushes in?
Yeah, we can put the blue ones in. We're not going to use the blue. But I do want to use the parchment. I just want
And
to
the
show-
green?
No, the green I might still use. So we're going to be painting these hearts with parchment first. It's like a creamy beige color. Have you got a brush? Yeah?
Give me that little one. I'll paint with that little
I
one.
want to use this one for the crack. Okay. So there's two of them out. There's this heart.
So we just paint it.
Hello, Jan. And there's this heart.
Is you're not supposed to work.
I did this a couple of years ago, so I just want to repaint them and redo them with some crack. So I'm
Only the top.
yes, you can do the edges as well. I'm taking parchment from Petite Rouge, which is a beige color. Our table is busy drying, so we can't touch it at the moment.
So do you want the edges there as well?
Yeah, I think so. Just give it a nice cut. I'm going to be using the cracker from Petite Rouge just to make some cracks on my item. The table is a patio table. The feet is Bonaparte blue and the top is minty macaroon. We're gonna have to let it stand and dry before we can actually go ahead and seal. We are suspecting some bleed through to happen on it. So we're painting it a coat of paint. We're letting it dry for 8 hours, and then we're sealing with the lacquer over it. And then we paint another coat. So that way we block the bleed through. So bleed through is when you get these brown or yellow marks coming through your items once you've actually sealed your item. It never makes an appearance before you put on sealant. So what have you been up to? We all got your sun hats on and your sunscreen. We were supposed to film outside, but the sun is just too bright for the camera to pick us up. So we're on the patio, on the stoop today. We did our patio table, and it's also part of the challenge this week is to identify something on your patio or in your garden that you want to remake, even if you just want to put a ribbon on it. Then just submit pictures on our page and share it so that everybody can get inspiration.
That's a nice little brush.
It is a nice
Even the wider ones.
short brushes. So, remember we're going to be doing a crack technique on top of this. What dealer do I use? I'm not sure, Leslie, what you are speaking about. We paint with normal Petite Rouge paint. We seal it with the Petite Rouge lacquer, and then we paint another coat of Petite Rouge over that and do our stenciling. Our sealer. We use the Petite Rouge lacquer. This is just the normal sealer. There is an external one as well if your item is going to be standing in the sun. It's called the lacquer.
And you are a stockist?
Yes, I'm a stockist for Petite Rouge. So yeah. So you paint your coat of chalk paint, your Petite Rouge. You wait, let it dry for 8 hours. Then you go ahead and you seal it with your lacquer. And then you start painting as if normal. So then it's actually sealed in. Ooh, winterweer in Gansbaai. We had some rain too, but yeah, not winterweer. We've just painted our hearts.
It is becoming cooler at night.
Lacquer, L-A-C-Q-U-E-R. You can seker sê lekker ook. But it's spelled A-C-Q-U-E-R. Lacquer. Hi, Nuncio.
And you do decoupage as well?
Yeah, you can do decoupaging with it. You can do your mortar slide transfers with it. If you've got the fabric appliques, we must do that one day.
Yes.
You can do it with that as well. So it's got a lot of uses. So it's not just for sealing. We did the hearts with parchment, just one coat because we want to do some cracking over it.
But the exterior you use for your outside
Items,
items that's in the sun.
There is an exterior as well, which you can use for your patio furniture that gets sun. What's our time? Oh, we still have a lot of time.
Yes.
So how are we going to get this dried? Oh, we're going to pass it here to the watcher of all videos and put it in the sun, please.
Run, here's another one.
I want to take you into the table so that you can just have a look how it's drying at the moment. We've just done a crisscross cover. This is the first layer. We're just getting a layer on it so that it can dry and we can seal it. So nothing fancy, just crisscross painting. You can paint straight too if you want. Just get one coat on and let it stand for 8 hours so that it cures.
Have you cut the stencil yet?
No, because we still need to agree upon which stencil you want. What I did think would be nice on these feet is if we added a little bit of gold and spritz it on, that it drips on your feet.
Don't overdo it now.
What do you think? This is the gold. It's called champagne from Petite Rouge. Sometimes it's better if you do that. What I want to do with this, it's a light gold. Oopie. I want to put this in a water bottle spritzer together with some water
You've moved the camera now.
and then just spritz it on.
This
Guys.
way. Oops.
We've moved you. Now you can have a look at the outside. There we go. There we go.
Yes.
Ma, you are in view. Sorry, guys. So,
It
what
is
I was
darker
thinking
now.
of
Is there,
taking the gold, putting it in a spritzer bottle, and then spritzing it on the legs, these blue legs of the table.
only once we finish.
Yes, only once we finish. Are your legs dry yet? Not yet.
No.
Okay. So, are we now painting hat boxes, Ma?
Oh, we need to get all the hojas out.
But we're not painting inside. What do you think?
Yes, I wanted to paint it, but you know me now. I want to
switch
use it for.
No, we don't have any more hat boxes in stock. This is the last of the last. So, we've been using them for a stand, I think. We're going to be painting your hat boxes. This table has taken
I
much.
want to know where the nuts are.
The lids are down by me. Alright, so this I'm just
Must I
going to
apply mine?
Yes, you can. Here's a cup. These are just normal hat boxes. You all would have seen them. They've got this beautiful pieces of paper on. See that? Now normally what I do is I wet a cloth and I put a wet cloth over my sticker, and then after a while I take it off and then the paper starts coming off. But now the colour I want to paint my hat box is not here.
What do you want to paint?
I felt like doing a nice pink.
So Lana, go and get it quick.
I can't go run. Alright, are you ready? Must we all paint on one box? Put it on here.
Yes.
Do you want to paint it also the green as your top?
No,
Which colour do
the
you want?
white.
Are you now on white?
Yes.
Okay. Alright, so let's just turn it over.
Oops, I didn't do that side.
I don't know if you guys are going to see this. This is a bit low and I can't put it on the table. So let's put it on top of
that
the
one.
other one.
There you go. So we just take your jersey off, otherwise.
So now you should be able to see.
Did you wipe the top?
Yes, I did. There we go. Just maybe a bit closer. Hi, Enrico. Hi, Georgette. We painted a table. It's drying at the moment. We painted the feet Bonaparte blue from Petite Rouge, and the top we painted Minty Macaron from Petite Rouge. We're now on hat boxes because it needs to dry properly before we seal it and do a second coat.
Use my brush.
So I'm now painting and you're
Well, I
sitting.
can't do.
And now we're going to be using some parchment from Petite Rouge,
Just want to cover this one.
and we will be painting some hat boxes. So just get a cut on. Nothing extravagant. Just remember to recap, when you are doing furniture, it is of crucial importance that you clean your item before you start. We just use normal kitchen cleaner and a rag and a sponge and Do we still have our sponge? This was before we started cleaning, and this was after we cleaned. So there's a lot of dirt and grime that comes out of furniture. So it's crucial that you remember to clean your furniture before you start painting. That's even more important than actually painting.
Yeah, it must be clean.
It must be clean. And it's also going to give you a better adherence. We're just painting some hat boxes now. Our table is busy drying. We would need to get a couple of projects for this while we're doing this table. So what we did is we put one coat of paint on our table legs and our tabletop, and it now needs to cure for 8 hours. We will probably land up putting it in the sun. Then we are going to seal it with the lacquer from Petite Rouge, and then once we've sealed it and it's dry, we will actually apply a second coat of paint because we are scared for bleed through on this item. And then you just paint like normal, stencil like normal, and then seal your item afterwards. We are using the lacquer, spelled L-A-C-Q-U-E-R. That's what we'll be using to seal our item. I thought you would have taken another blue. You had me
No,
so
I want to use
excited at
this.
blue.
In my TV room for my magazines.
That's
And
a
I'm going to
clever
put
idea.
little legs on it.
Oh, once the lockdown is over.
Yes.
Because you won't find legs
Where
now.
will I find them now? But I think those little wheels.
Yeah, if you put on wheels, they just move so much easier.
Yes.
So this is your challenge for the week: is take an item out of on your patio or in your garden or from your balcony and upgrade it, update it. Take a photo, share with us on our page. It's just so that we can inspire others as well during this difficult time. If you have not looked at all the videos yet, we still have them on our page. We are going to be moving them soon, probably in the next week or so, to a different space, but they will remain there until we notify you. I think there should be a total of 18 tutorials on the page at the moment. And like any other week, we will be back here tomorrow at 2 o'clock, and we will remain doing creative upliftment until the lockdown is over. I don't know how long that is, but yes. And if we run out of paint, we will start crafting with other things. So you will see our faces yet again. Just a piece of hair. So I'm just getting one coat of Petite Rouge parchment on this drum. Doesn't it have those white stickers on?
No,
Oh, you were lucky, but
doesn't
this
have any stickers on.
the other one has white stickers. So it's just getting one coat of paint. What time is it?
Could it do?
Okay.
We want to do the
Crack on the
hearts,
hot
yes.
piece, but the hot's way outside now.
Shall I go and fetch it?
No, okay. Alright, so it's not really pretty like Dorothy. It's the first coat going on a hat box drum. We don't have them in stock, we've only got 2 left that we are working with. Where are you going?
I'm going to fetch the hearts.
Alright. So just to give you some backup on the table, it's an old patio that we've taken. We've done the feet in Bonaparte blue, which is a bright, bright blue. This blue. We've done the top in Minty Macaron, which is this color. It's all Petite Rouge products. The top is not in a very great condition, and we are scared of bleed through, so I'm just going to take you closer so that you can see. We are painting it like it is. So we've done one coat of it in the Minty Macaron, and we will let it dry for 8 hours, and then we will do a layer of Petite Rouge lacquer to seal it, and then we would go ahead and paint it as normal with the chalk paint. That way we're blocking the bleed through.
Do you want me to stand here until you've done the lacquer, then I can just put them in the sun again? Because our space is limited.
These hearts we did in parchment, they are quite thick. It's just one layer, then we're going to be putting some cracker on it.
Work on top of that drum.
I'm creating quite a tower now. Our space is very limited, yeah. So what I'm going to be using now is the Petite Rouge cracker. And I'm just going to put one layer on my heart. A nice thick layer. I'm going to take this off the table, eh? I'll be the first to spill it. Let me come and stand on that side. So I take a nice thick portion, and then I do long stripes with the cracker, and I continue doing thick portions of this cracker, because that way you are creating nice visible cracks. You see, it looks very sticky at the moment. And this needs to dry properly before you apply your second color over the top. So the white, the parchment color, is going to be the color of my cracks. And then my second color will activate with the crack and pull away and leave me white cracks on my item. That's just so that you can see. See, it's very glossy. Okay. We did this on a little rack we did about a week and a half ago, where we also used the crack, but we used a dark color at the bottom. So today we want to show you how it looks if you use a light color at the bottom and a darker color on top. Okay. I would need a little bit more, and then I'll come and show you now. Nice thick layer of cracker. The product is from Petite Rouge. Just want to show you the pot again. So that's the product I'm using. Nice thick layer. See, it's quite glistening, eh? So that crack now needs to dry properly before you actually apply your next color over it. Just want to close everything up that I've got open, because I'll be the first to bump it around. This one is still not dry enough. What will happen is once this is cured for 8 hours, we will actually go ahead and seal it with the lacquer, and then do a second coat. That way we're stopping the item from bleeding through. Hi, Danella. No,
Want me to wash those brushes?
I think we must. What's your time now?
10 to. We can give that a second coat in the white.
Let me give you that. This
And
is
the
a
blue?
hat box that we've just started painting. I've done it. I'll be painting this. I've done it in parchment from Petite Rouge. It's dry enough that I can do a second coat on it now. I'm going to try and leave this on the table. Alright, so then we just apply our second coat. And I'm going to be doing a technique on this drum. So I'm just doing crisscross patterns on using my paint. Try and bring it closer so that you guys can see. Maybe that's better. So I'm just doing thick coat of paint, just crisscross patterns. Nothing fancy. You see the texture it gives you. Yes, we are well, thanks, Danila. So it just gives you a bit of texture on your item. Also, when you are doing furniture that's not so great, in not good condition, it also helps if you do a bit of texture on it. You see the pieces of stripes and marks. Now we've always done these hat boxes in flat, smooth surfaces, so this is just a bit of a doing it something a bit differently. Just to recap, we did a stoop table that is busy drying at the moment. We did one coat of minty macaron on the top, and we did the feet in Bonaparte. And now I'm just playing around with the hat box, doing crisscross patterns on it. This week's challenge is your patio or outdoor living space or balcony. You need to pick something out of your living space, update it, take a picture and share on our page, just so that everybody keeps creative and share creativity. I've put up some awesome photos this weekend of people finishing projects. You guys are welcome to go have a look. Maybe inspires you and give you another idea. Hello, Eliane. So do you see the texture on it? It's done intentionally. I'm dipping my brush, quite a lot of paint, and then just going crisscross. Nothing fancy. I just want to create a bit of texture on my box. And obviously this will take a little bit longer to dry than normally, but if you've got sunny weather, not like Gansbaai, you will just chuck it in the sun. Just doing crisscross patterns on my hat box. I'm using Petite Rouge parchment, that's the color's name. And this is now the second cut I'm applying like this. And just crisscross movements. Just applying a bit of texture on the item. If you go over it with some antique glaze or some dark waxes or stuff, then you would actually get all those little brush marks picking up the texture, and it gives a nice effect.
Do you want to do that too hot? Otherwise I'll have to go and dry them with a air dryer.
No, I think we're fine.
Because
We are having two hearts that are dry. Oops, you've just moved the whole
Sorry.
thing.
I'm sorry.
We have two hearts that are drying outside.
Are we alright?
Yes. So we will catch up on that tomorrow because I've put a thick layer of cracker on there. So there we go. Well, why do I seal the pots after painting outside to protect against the rain? Now, Zelda, Petite Rouge has an external lacquer, exterior lacquer that is perfect for that. But if you don't have that, you can always just use a normal lacquer, 2 or 3 coats, and once the lockdown is over, just get yourself some exterior sealant and then just give them a coat. So I think that should be fine.
They can order from you if they want.
Yeah, you can also order from me if you want. After lockdown, I'll be able to ship, but at the moment, I'm just taking orders. So, yeah. Alright, so this hat box I think now needs to dry a bit because it's got quite textury parts on it. Oopsie, did not understand. There we go. So tomorrow we will come in on the table again. We will try Imery. We will try and seal this item tomorrow morning quick so that we can do a second layer, and I can show you how to apply the second layer over the sealant once we've done it. So is there anything from your side?
Yeah.
Alright, just remember your challenge this week is for patio or outside furniture. Take photos, place it on our page and share with someone else. There's a lot of people taking pictures and sharing, and it creates different ideas and inspiration. So then if everything goes well, we'll see you tomorrow at 2 o'clock. Thank you for visiting us. We'll see you on the porch again tomorrow.
Bye.
Bye.